Hey, thanks for making it to Veterans Preference. We are glad you made it. We have four crazy topics to share with you today. Whether you're curious about what's going to happen with your benefits, with all the uncertainty within the political sphere as we know it, or if you're deciding to leave the country and go abroad on a vacation and need medical assistance, what does that look like? We have it all for you here today. So we are excited to jump into this. Hit the thumbs up, subscribe, share with a friend, all that good stuff. We really appreciate it. And look, we're trying not to lean any which way politically, but we are going to poke where we can because one, it's fun, and two, at the end of the day, look, what's three guys going to do about anything anyway? So with that, let's open this up with, I got rain falling on my tin roof, so that's exciting. Makes me think of the B-52s. All right, so you're going to have some white noise. Lucky for us. Let's jump into what is going on. Look, this thing's pretty unprecedented as far as a president who already had a back and forth debate now back out. 2 weeks ago, full speed ahead, full backing from the wife to, yeah, no, we're going to back away from this. My question to you guys, because I think you guys might be a little smarter in this than me, is one, do we see any sort of implications with regard to our consumer price index and inflation and stuff over the next 3 months? And the second question, because that will affect our COLA. And the second question is, now that we have a president who's in place who doesn't care about getting reelected, do we see any adverse effects with regard to any sort of legislation that would be maybe helping veterans? Is this going to be good or bad for legislation being pushed? I'm going to open it up to you guys. Chris, we're going to start with you because I think Randy has a mouthful and is chomping at the bit. So we'll make him wait. Chris, what do you got?
Yeah, look, uncertain times. Expect the unexpected. There are quite a few bills that probably will get stalled, but you never know. There could be some things that are really important. We know Joe's history and he has family members that have served, and maybe he tries to leverage this as an opportunity to push some things through that may have been getting a little bit of resistance on one side of the aisle or the other. So time will tell. History is about to be made. Obviously, we know this is the latest any person has dropped out of presidential race, and it's going to be interesting to say the least. Randy, take it home, baby.
Personally, I don't think that this, from a veteran's perspective, is going to have nearly as big an impact as we all might worry about. Sure, Joe Biden has said, "Hey, I'm stepping aside. I'm not going to run for re-election, but I am going to continue with the duration of my presidency." So, that's really not that different than if you were to continue and then lose in November, right? He's still going to be done on January 20th. As far as legislation goes, I don't think that this is going to either make him more or less inclined to sign any legislation associated with veterans. I just don't think it will. Personally, I just don't see it as a needle mover. The other thing we need to talk about here is executive actions. He's got so many other irons and so many other fires, and there's so many other problems out there. I mean, think immigration, think crime, think, debt, think his, party's future, whatever it may be, whether you agree with him or not. I don't see him pulling out the pin and doing a bunch of EAs that are going to affect veterans. So guys, while this has been all over the news, I don't see it having as deep and big an impact on our community as we might be worried about. But that's me. Jason, I'll throw it back over to you for your take.